Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Pettijohn. I'm an attorney, entrepreneur, and better known on TikTok as the Port City Attorney. Today, I'm going to be making a video discussing student loans and if you have them, what you need to know coming up. As most of us know, student loans have been in forbearance since the beginning of the pandemic. We've not had to make a single student loan payment since probably about March or April of 2020. That is coming to an end in 2022. Congress extended the forbearance one final time, and it's set to run on January 31st, 2022. At that point, student loans are going to have to start being paid. Since the forbearance started, a lot of things have changed. One being providers. Service providers have changed across the board. I myself received notification from my loan service provider that it was going to change. Sometimes these get caught up in our junk mail, or we get a letter and we just don't even think about it. Make sure you go through and see who your service provider is, because you don't want to have a late payment or have some sort of penalty because you didn't know who your provider was. Another thing that's changed is student loan forgiveness for public servants. Biden has now opened the door to more people being able to take advantage of that program. So you need to check and see if you fall within the parameters of that student loan forgiveness. They're going to be forgiving about $100 billion of student loans in that net of the public loan forgiveness. So make sure, just check and see if you qualify for it. Now, lastly, this is an expense that maybe some of us have budgeted out. We need to remember that these are permanent and we're going to have to deal with them. There's been a recent study noting that these states are having the most trouble paying their student loans back. So if you live in one of those states, or just if you have student loans in general and you want to lower the bottom dollar, you might want to look into student loans on the private side, converting them and lowering your interest rate. Refinancing your student loans into a private loan could work for you. However, you need to be aware of some of the consequences. While it could be beneficial because you get some very nice student loan rate reductions, you may be foregoing any future forgiveness if the federal government decides to do that. Now, we all remember when President Biden was running that he was on the campaign trail stating that he wanted to forgive student loans. The student loans that he was going to forgive are only those publicly backed ones. If you refinanced into a private student loan, you would not be eligible for that forgiveness. Not only that, you're not guaranteed to get a rate reduction. You know, it's a loan process, and so you're going to have to go through some sort of paperwork in order to get approved for that loan. All in all, we're coming up at the end of the year, and we need to take a look at our finances, figure out what our bottom dollar is going to be for the year, how we can reduce our taxable income, and prepare and budget for next year. If you have questions about your student loans, I would contact your service provider and just figure out what you need to know in order to start paying these back. Good luck, and thanks for stopping by.